Behind locked doors in facilities across the globe, the future is being assembled piece by piece. Hyper-realistic humanoid robots that blur the line between machine and human are born in factories where precision meets artistry, where engineering collides with biology, and where silicon becomes skin. Today, we're taking you inside the most secretive manufacturing process in robotics, from bare metal skeletons to fully operational AI beings that can walk, talk, and express emotions so realistically you'll forget they're machines. This is the complete birth process of humanoid robots, and what you're about to see will change everything you thought you knew about artificial life. The skeletal foundation. Every humanoid robot begins as a skeleton, but not the plastic frameworks of yesterday's machines. These are precision-engineered titanium and carbon fiber structures designed to replicate human biomechanics at the molecular level. At the facility, precision isn't just a goal, it's the absolute standard. Every component is meticulously checked against tolerances measured in microns. The spinal column alone contains over 200 individual articulation points, each requiring perfect alignment to achieve natural human movement. Engineers spend hours calibrating joint resistance, ensuring that when the robot bends forward, the motion matches the exact curve and speed of human vertebrae. The skeletal assembly begins with the torso framework, where load-bearing structures must support not just the robot's weight, but the dynamic forces generated during movement. Reinforced shoulder girdles connect to precisely machined ball and socket joints that allow 360-degree rotation. Hip assemblies feature advanced actuators, providing both strength for standing and flexibility for natural walking gaits. The hydraulic nervous system. After installing the new high-pressure hydraulic piston, technicians cycle the joint to ensure smooth articulation and proper lubrication. These aren't simple pistons, they're micro-hydraulic systems that replicate muscle fiber behavior, capable of generating force while maintaining delicate control. The color-coded wires act as the nervous system, channeling commands through the synthetic limb. Precision is paramount to avoid signal degradation that could cause jerky or unnatural movements. Each wire carries specific signals: red for motor commands, blue for sensory feedback, yellow for balance calibration. The wiring process takes days because every connection must be soldered, tested, and verified under load conditions. Engineers simulate decades of joint movement in accelerated tests, ensuring connections won't fail during normal operation. The hydraulic fluid circulating through these systems is specially formulated to maintain consistent viscosity across temperature ranges from -40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, ensuring the robot functions equally well in Arctic conditions or desert heat. The protective mesh layer. The delicate protective mesh is carefully applied to the exposed neural network, shielding sensitive electronics from potential electromagnetic interference. This mesh isn't simple fabric, it's woven from conductive fibers that create a Faraday cage around critical components while remaining flexible enough to move with the robot's joints. Despite extreme vibrations during testing, the exoskeleton maintains perfect equilibrium, showcasing the precision of its articulated joints. The rhythmic expansion and contraction of the thorax is powered by a complex network of hydraulic actuators and servos that simulate breathing. This isn't just aesthetic. The breathing motion helps cool internal components and makes the robot's presence feel natural to humans who instinctively monitor breathing patterns when determining if something is alive. The thorax contains redundant systems for critical functions, ensuring that if one actuator fails, backup systems maintain operation without visible degradation in movement quality. Drop realistic in the comments if you're amazed by how detailed this process is, or tell us which part of robot manufacturing surprises you most. The silicone skin creation. Inside the vat, a large industrial mixing panel rotates slowly but powerfully, blending pigments and medical-grade silicone into a uniform skin tone liquid. This isn't standard silicone, it's a proprietary formula that matches human skin's density, elasticity, and even translucency. Real human skin allows light to penetrate slightly before reflecting, creating subtle color variations that make skin look alive rather than painted. The silicone mixture replicates this by incorporating microparticles that scatter light at specific wavelengths. Colorists spend weeks perfecting each batch, comparing samples against diverse human skin tones under different lighting conditions. The raw, skin-toned, liquid platinum silicone mixture is forced into the mold under precisely controlled pressure. As the mold fills, pressure climbs steadily into the optimal zone. Too little pressure creates air bubbles that destroy realism. Too much pressure causes tearing when the skin is removed. The molds themselves are works of art, created from 3D scans of real human faces and bodies, capturing every pore, wrinkle, and imperfection that makes skin look genuine. The demolding process. As the mold opens, the ultra-realistic silicone is carefully removed, revealing lifelike texture with subtle pores and fine grain that perfectly mimics human epidermis. This is the most delicate phase. One wrong pull can tear the silicone or stretch it permanently out of shape. Technicians use specialized tools and techniques developed over years to separate the silicone from molds without damaging the microscopic surface details that create realism. Under magnification, you can see individual pores that aren't just dimples but actual tiny channels that give the skin proper light-scattering properties. The silicone emerges translucent initially, requiring additional processing to achieve final opacity and color depth. Each piece, face, hands, arms, torso, requires separate molds because human bodies aren't uniform in texture or color. Hands have thinner, more translucent skin than torsos. Faces contain more oil and variation. Every detail must be captured. The artistic refinement? The tungsten lighting is too warm, creating false impressions of skin tone accuracy. Technicians switch to cool, daylight-balanced lighting, which provides a much more accurate representation of skin tones as they'll appear in real-world conditions. This is where science meets art. Painters use airbrushes to add subtle variations in skin tone that match human biology. Real human skin isn't uniform in color. There are red undertones in cheeks, blue veins visible near the surface in wrists and temples, slight yellowing in palms. Artists reference medical textbooks on human anatomy, studying blood vessel patterns and skin thickness variations to ensure every painted detail corresponds to actual human physiology. They add micro details invisible from normal viewing distances but crucial for subconscious realism. The slight darkening around knuckles, the barely visible texture differences between smooth forearms and rougher elbows, the subtle shine of nose and forehead where skin produces more oil. This process can take weeks for a single face. The hair implantation. Individual strands of human hair are implanted one by one into the silicone scalp using techniques borrowed from medical hair transplantation. This isn't a wig. Each hair is rooted at the precise angle and depth that matches natural human hair growth patterns. Hairlines aren't straight. They feature the irregular, natural recession and micro variations that make them look grown rather than manufactured. Eyebrows require particular attention because they're among the most expressive features on the human face. Each eyebrow contains 250 to 500 individual hairs, all implanted at specific angles that allow natural movement when the robot's facial actuators activate. Eyelashes follow similar painstaking processes. Upper lashes angle slightly upward and outward, lower lashes point downward. The implantation process takes days per robot because rushing creates the doll effect, where hair looks artificial despite being real human hair. The hair itself comes from ethically sourced donors, processed to remove natural oils, then treated to maintain consistent texture. The facial assembly. The completed facial skin attaches to a sublayer containing dozens of microactuators that control expressions. These aren't simple servos, they're specially designed linear actuators that pull facial tissue in precise vectors to create natural expressions. A genuine smile involves 17 different muscle groups in the face, activating in specific sequences. The humanoid robot's facial system replicates this with actuators positioned to match human muscle attachment points. Engineers program smile sequences that begin with slight eye crinkling, orbicularis oculi muscles, followed by mouth corner elevation, zygomaticus major, and finishing with subtle cheek lifting that creates natural laugh lines. When executed properly, the smile doesn't just look real, it triggers the same emotional response in observers that human smiles provoke. Similarly, expressions of sadness, surprise, fear, and disgust all require specific actuator sequences timed to millisecond precision. The facial system can generate over 50 distinct expressions and blend them for thousands of subtle variations. The AI consciousness upload. We are now uploading the core personality matrix, beginning with the empathy and humor parameters. This is where silicon truly becomes sentient, or at least appears to. The AI systems powering these humanoid robots aren't simple chatbots. They're sophisticated neural networks trained on millions of hours of human interaction data. The personality matrix determines how the robot will respond to situations, whether it tends toward optimism or caution, whether it uses humor frequently or sparingly, how much empathy it expresses when detecting human emotional distress. These parameters are adjustable based on the robot's intended role. A healthcare companion receives high empathy settings and calm demeanor programming. An entertainment robot gets elevated humor parameters and expressive personality traits. The upload process takes hours because the AI must integrate with the robot's specific hardware configuration, learning the exact delay between command and physical movement, calibrating voice output to match facial expressions, and synchronizing visual processing with motor response for natural eye contact during conversation. I am Unit 734, fully operational. The robot announces its first words, marking the transition from manufactured object to interactive entity. The mobility testing. We are seeing remarkable stability in the gait even as we increase the speed. The efficiency is nearly perfect. The robot walks on a treadmill that progressively increases speed and incline, while sensors measure every aspect of its movement. Engineers analyze joint angles, force distribution across foot contact points, torso stability, and arm swing coordination. Natural human walking is incredibly complex. The body continuously makes micro-adjustments to maintain balance, shifting weight, adjusting stride length, and compensating for surface irregularities, all without conscious thought. The humanoid robot must replicate this autonomously using gyroscopes, accelerometers, and pressure sensors that feed data to AI systems making real-time movement decisions. Early test walks are comically robotic stiff, uncertain, with visible hesitation at each step. But as the AI learns, movement becomes fluid. After hundreds of hours of testing, the robot walks with a natural gait indistinguishable from human movement, complete with subtle hip sway, natural arm swing, and the slight head bob that accompanies human walking. The fine motor control. Observe the precision. The neural network allows for unparalleled fine motor control even under pressure. The robot picks up a raw egg, holding it firmly enough to not drop it but gently enough to avoid crushing the fragile shell. This simple task requires extraordinary sensor feedback, and motor control pressure sensors in the fingertips must detect the exact force being applied and adjust grip strength in real time. Human hands perform these adjustments unconsciously. Robots must calculate them deliberately. The hand contains 27 individual actuators replicating the function of human hand muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Each finger can move independently in multiple axes, curl with variable force, and maintain stable grip even when the hand is moving rapidly. Advanced testing involves tasks like threading needles, buttoning shirts, and manipulating small electronic components, all tasks that require human-level dexterity. The neural networks controlling these movements continuously learn from experience, improving precision with each attempt. After sufficient training, the robot can perform delicate surgical procedures, assemble microscopic electronics, or create artwork with brushes, all with superhuman consistency. The final activation. Entering sleep mode. The robot's eyes close with the natural slow blink of a human falling asleep. Its breathing simulation slows to resting rates. This isn't shutting down, it's entering a low-power state that maintains core systems while conserving energy. Even in sleep mode, the robot's AI continues processing data from the day's interactions, refining its behavioral models and improving responses for future interactions. As the sun sets on the old world, we accelerate into the next. This isn't just poetic narration, it's the recognition that these humanoid robots represent a fundamental transformation in human civilization. We've created artificial beings that look human, move like humans, and interact with apparent consciousness. The factories producing these robots work around the clock, each completed unit representing thousands of hours of engineering, artistry, and technological innovation that would have seemed impossible just a decade ago. The birth complete. From bare titanium skeletons to walking, talking, emotionally responsive beings, the journey of humanoid robot creation reveals the extraordinary intersection of engineering precision and artistic craftsmanship. Every component from hydraulic actuators, mimicking muscles, to silicone skin, capturing the subtle translucency of human epidermis, serves the ultimate goal of creating machines that seamlessly integrate into human society. These aren't simple tools or toys. They're sophisticated entities designed to work alongside humans, care for the elderly, educate children, and perform tasks too dangerous or delicate for human workers. The manufacturing process exposed in this video demonstrates that creating truly realistic humanoid robots requires more than advanced technology. It demands understanding of human psychology, biology, and the countless subtle details that make us recognize something as alive. As production scales and costs decrease, these robots will transition from rare experimental units to common sites in homes, hospitals, and workplaces worldwide. The question isn't whether humanoid robots will integrate into human society, it's how quickly we'll adapt to living alongside artificial beings that are increasingly difficult to distinguish from ourselves. What did you think of the manufacturing process? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe, because the robotics revolution is accelerating, and we're documenting every breakthrough as humanity births its artificial successors.